Hello YouTube and welcome to Formula 1 2017. I'm Emerson and I'm here with Tyler Marco and Larry Arsenal. They're racing for Sahara Force India as they go head to head with the 9 other Formula 1 teams here at Autodromo Nacional Monza. Here we are at the fastest circuit on the schedule. And Tyler Marco is now coming off of 2 back-to-back wins at COTA and Autodromo Jose Carlos Passa in Brazil. Larry won it at Australia, so let's see what either one of them take the victory, or will it be someone else? This is Ferrari's playground. Who will come out on top here at Autodromo Nacional Monza for the Italian Grand Prix? We're starting opening practice in just a few moments here, 30 seconds or less now actually. We'll be having 30 minutes and the track is about to be open. There's 10 turns on this circuit. You have a couple chicanes. The Lesbos. They're Lesbos. They're Lesbos. 30 minutes in, the track is now open.
Sunny. Still in the rain.
We now await drivers to take to the track. Still a quiet pit lane. Nobody's gone onto the track just yet. Now 30 seconds in, here comes, I believe that will be a Force India. That is Tyler Marco heading out onto the track now. He'll be the first driver on the track. And he'll, at the moment, be the only driver on the track. And now 29 minutes remaining. Tyler Marco goes into turn 1 for the first time. He is on the medium compound tire, which is, I believe, the second compound of the weekend. No, the final compound of the weekend. It's super soft softs and mediums.
Did you check the weather?
Tyler Marco off into the gravel trap already to start.
It's all sunny for this. Looks like cloudy and the rest of it.
Tyler Marco takes to the first Lesbo. And the second Lesmo curb. Now he heads up to the DRS straight. I'll be referring to this.
Monza. Marco, is it Terabolica or Rascas?
I don't know. Fuck off.
You're asking Marco. Here comes Marco as he enters the scurry for the first time. Nice and smooth as he goes around the bend. And now on to the straightaway that leads to, you've guessed it, Parabolica. Comes Marco. He's going to be starting his first timed lap as soon as he gets out of Parabolica. Let's ride on board and see how he takes Parabolica. Already soaring up through the gear, 7th now, 8th gear on the front stretch, crosses the start-finish line. .204 miles per hour before he gets into the first corner. Daniel Ricciardo is on an out lap. Romain Grosjean is on the track now. As Marco into the second chicane, braking at the 100. Clips both curbs nicely. Doesn't get into the sand trap as he did on his out lap. Here comes Kevin Magnussen. Now through the first Lesmo curb. Yep, breaks it at the 50 for the second Lesmo. Ooh, just barely avoiding the gravel trap on the left side. Picks up DRS. Now up through the gears from 6th to 7th. Now up to 8th. Here he comes under the Rolex bridge. 300, 200 along the brake markers on the right side as he heads into the scurry. Breaks it to 100 on the curbs now. All 3 of them. Takes a wide exit out of the scurry and now down the straightaway that leads into Parabolica. Braking after 50. He comes Raikkonen on an out lap. Tyler Marco going to be the first driver to complete a timed lap here at Monza. It is a 126.714. That is on the medium tire. Daniel Ricciardo is on the supers. Kimi Räikkönen's on the mediums. Grosjean is on the softs. Magnussen is on the supers. Take a look at Daniel Ricciardo as he heads to Parabolica. Here comes Pascal Wehrlein on the supers. Romain Grosjean with a 126.199 puts it on the top of the charts. Here comes Grosjean. Grosjean for 127.317 with the supers does not put it on the top of the charts. Red Bull's been really slow, especially Grosjean the past couple weeks. It was really
Wait, Red Bull, Grosjean, what?
Ricardo's been really slow the past couple of weeks, especially at Brazil. He was holding up a majority of the field. I think it was 12 cars that were held up behind until he was finally shoved out of line by Carlos Sainz, and then everybody went by Daniel Ricciardo. He did pit at that lap. I could only assume everybody would go by. Here comes Felipe Massa. He's going to be coming out on the mediums. Tyler Markle for 125.485. Now at the top of the charts. Still on the slowest compound of the weekend. Let's take a look at Kevin Magnussen. He'll be over here. He's on his way to Parabolica now. He'll be setting a lap on the super softs. Will it be faster or slower than Daniel Ricciardo? I guess we'll find out as he comes out of Parabolica now, riding the outside, up from 6th, now to 7th, and now to 8th. At the start-finish line, Kevin Magnussen to the top of the charts with a 124.917. Räikkönen puts it 4th fastest. Wehrlein is Ricciardo to the top of the charts with a 124.915. Here comes Pascal Wehrlein as he approaches the second chicane of the track. Pascal is now out behind Valtteri Bottas. Bottas is on an outlap. Wehrlein's on a flyer. He's going to have slipstream and DRS as he heads up the long straightaway heading to Ascari. He's going to have a better line, and Bottas smartly lets Pascal by. Can't speak. Pascal on his way to Parabolica. He's on the super soft compound. Pascal's been very fast recently. Let's see where he puts it at a speed-reliant track. He is in a Sauber, so we may be disappointed where he comes out. I believe Kevin Magnussen is 2 1,000ths of a second slower than Daniel Ricciardo, and Pascal Wehrlein puts it 6th. It is the slowest lap time on the chart. Felipe Massa puts an even slower one, but he's on the medium compounds. Medium compound, 25 1,000 slower than Wehrlein. Kvyat and Hülkenberg are on outlaps right now. Stroll is on the track, and Bottas is out there as well. Stroll working through the first Lesmo. And now the second. Magnussen brings it back to pit lane. Disappointingly 2 1,000ths off of Daniel Ricciardo's fastest lap. 22 minutes remaining here in opening practice at Autodromo Nacional Monza. Daniel Kvyat is coming around to start his timed lap. He's coming up to Parabolica. We now get up to Tyler Markle riding on board with him. He's still out on the mediums, and he's coming back to pit lane. So we go now to Lance Stroll. He's coming out of Parabolica to the line. Lance Stroll is going to put the car P5 for a 125.266, a 622. Valtteri puts it ahead of Stroll for a 125.432. Puts that P5, Tyler P6. There's a caution in Sector 1.
Why is there caution in Sector 1?
I don't know. Pascal Wehrlein now third on the charts with a 125.160. Now behind Tyler Markle, or Larry Arsenal actually. Tyler's retired to the pits. Here comes Arsenal on his out lap. Verline on a fast lap.
I'm gonna go back up.
Verline looking to the outside. Arsenal gives him the spot. Doesn't want to wreck the car in practice. Here comes Valtteri. See if Pascal can do any faster. He is the third fastest driver on the Super Softs. Pascal now coming to the line. He's going to be slower this time. Valtteri Bottas with the fastest lap of a 1:24.832. There is the speed we have yet to see out of Valtteri Bottas this year. Valtteri is qualified 19th. The opening 2 Grand Prix of the season and qualified 18th at Brazil. And here he is, top of the charts on the fastest compound in practice. We have yet to see that out of Valtteri this season. Tyler Markle is on an outlap. Let's see what Larry Arsenal can do. Is he right on board of him? And he's right behind the fastest car, Valtteri Bottas, as he enters the first Lesmo on a timed lap. He's on the medium tires, the slowest compound. Arsenal goes wide through the second Lesmo. The drivers are side by side in front of him. That is Verline and Bottas. Bottas around Verline. Arsenal coming around up to Parabolica. There goes Verline back into the pit lane. Arsenal will put it P13 on the board for 1:26.221. And actually Massa sets an even faster lap, so that puts him 14th on the board. Ericsson and Fernando Alonso are out on outlaps, so now Max Verstappen's on the track in the first chicane. Sebastian Vettel's put it 11th fastest. He is the 4th fastest driver on the medium compound. Kimi Räikkönen's the 2nd fastest. We'll recap the top 4 on Super Softs are the fastest. Then we have Romain Grosjean and Carlos Sainz on softs. They are 5th and 6th. Then we have Tyler Markle, Kimi Räikkönen on medium, 7th and 8th. Then Lance Stroll in 9th with the supers. Then we have Nico Hülkenberg, Sebastian Vettel, Daniel Kvyat, Felipe Massa, Larry Arsenal, and depending on where Fernando Alonso comes, those are the drivers on mediums. So here comes Fernando Alonso to the start-finish line now. Fernando will post a time that puts him... Actually, he's starting his first time lap, never mind. Max Verstappen is coming down on his way to Parabolica. He'll be setting the lap this time, though. So we now have Max coming out of Parabolica, all the way on the outside, using the outside curb. And Max will put it 15th fastest. Larry Arsenal's put it up the charts, 4th fastest, even faster than teammate Tyler Markle on the mediums, but 1:25.055. He splits Magnussen and Verline. Verline now in 5th. Tyler Markle is on the soft tires, and he's put a 1:25.344. So he's now behind Sainz and Grosjean on a speed-dependent track. Teammate Arsenal is faster than Markle, as it seems so far. We have a caution in Sector 3. That'll be Fernando Alonso going around in Ascari. And Tyler Markle's crashed it. Tyler Markle's crashed it also in Ascari. Are they related? Tyler Markle's fucked the barrier in Ascari. So now, we're joined with Tyler Markle. What happened there in Ascari with you and, were you involved with the Fernando Alonso incident?
No, I wasn't involved with Fernando. And I just passed, I think it was Kvyat into that turn, hit the curb and couldn't turn.
So that's that from the Tyler Markle. Fernando Alonso puts a 155.967. That's obviously the lap he had also crashed on in Ascari. Well, he spun it. So let's see if we can get a better lap out of Fernando Alonso. Another crash in opening practice.
That we are gonna watch the lady. If he's like that.
Fernando Alonso up to gears, up to A. Along the brake markers, brakes at the 100 for Ascari. And Alonso on his way down to Parabolica. An actual lap time at Fernando Alonso. It is going to be a 124.933, put him fourth fastest on the charts. I'll be right back.
Larry, if you want to see what happened, look at the stream. It's killing me.
Back here at Autodromo National Monza. Stoffel Van Dorn has yet to put a lap, but he's coming to the start-finish line now, and he'll put it fifth fastest, just ahead of Larry Arsenault, and he has the draft of Sebastian Vettel. We're getting right on board Vettel now. He's on the medium still. And the leaderboard is almost color-coded. But we do have spots 1 through 5. Bottas, Ricardo, Magnussen, Alonso, and Van Dorn on the supers. Larry Arsenault in 6th with mediums. Then Pascal Wehrlein with supers in 7th. Then Carlos Sainz and Romain Grosjean 8th and 9th with softs. Jolie and Palmer in 10th with supers. So we have Tyler Markle, who's crashed out. He was 11th fastest on the softs. Kimi Räikkönen 12th with the mediums. Marcus Ericsson 13th with softs, Lance Stroll 14th with supers, and then we have Nico Hülkenberg, Sebastian Vettel, Lewis Hamilton, Daniel Kvyat, Max Verstappen, and Felipe Massa in that order, 15th through 20th on the mediums. On board with Sebastian Vettel now, so he heads his way down to Parabolica. Sebastian Vettel will put it P15 for 129.704. We're now going to watch Kevin Magnussen as he's on an outlap. I'll be right back. Back here live at Autodromo Nacional Monza, the track hosting the Italian Grand Prix. Larry Arsenal put the 6th fastest on the medium compound tire for a 125.055. 8 minutes remaining here in opening practice at Autodromo Nacional Monza. Lance Stroll continues to disappoint me on the super soft tires. For a 125.622. Sebastian Vettel moves up to 14 for a 125.592. And Valtteri Bottas still has the fastest lap of a 124.833. Ricardo and Magnussen are on the track. Verlaine on the out lap now, looking to start his first time lap. Kimi Räikkönen, Lewis Hamilton, Max Verstappen all out on the track as well. Here comes Pascal Verlaine. He's on the soft compound tire. He's coming to start a timed lap. On board with Verlaine now. He gets to 210 miles per hour as he heads into the first corner. Pascal Verlaine now entering the first Lesmo. Now rocketing up the straightaway that leads into Ascari. Stroll and Valtteri Bottas are out on outlaps right now. Here comes Verlaine into Ascari. And rocketing towards the start-finish line. Pascal Verlaine will cross the 125.295. That will put him 11th fastest, or 3rd fastest on the soft tires. Just ahead of Tyler Markle. Lance Stroll back out on the track with the super soft tires. Let's see if he can run any faster. 5 minutes remaining here in opening practice. Lance Stroll does not run any faster. Let's see if he can put in one more lap. 3 minutes and 43 seconds remain here in opening practice at Autodromo Nacional Monza for the Italian Grand Prix. Stroll into Ascari now. See if Lance Stroll will make any improvements this lap as he heads towards Parabolica. Out of Parabolica, using the curb on the outside, turn 15, he gets to the start-finish line at a 126.152 and continues to disappoint me. We now move on to see Lewis Hamilton also on the medium tires. He's actually running faster than his fastest lap. So where will Hamilton end up? He's 3 1,000ths behind Ericsson. Hamilton through Ascari. Larry Arsenault's put a 124.921 on the super soft compound. Puts him 4th fastest. Here comes Hamilton out of Parabolica and back in the pit lane. He was running in the green. He was gonna set a faster lap, and Hamilton just couldn't finish his lap. Now to Pascal Wehrlein. He's on the soft tires. He's got the draft of Carlos Sainz. Arsenault 6 1,000 slower than second place Daniel Ricciardo, and a 10th slower than Valtteri Bottas. Wehrlein does not run faster. Let's see, he has strapped down the front stretch. He brakes early though, which did concern me a little bit. But he'll still have Sainz's draft out of turn 1, turn 2. He'll head through turn 3, the right-hander, no curb. Now through, on his way to turn 4. Actually, that is turn 3. Now through 4. And now through 5.
At the top.
Here comes Wehrlein through Ascari now. Turn 7 and 8. Larry Arsenault to the top of the charts by 124.814. Wicked fast lap, and here comes Wehrlein to end practice. Carlos Sainz at the top of the charts of a 124.697 at the last possible second. Wehrlein will stay in 8th. We now go on board to Larry Arsenault. Does he have anything else? Arsenault flying into his car. He goes wide through the beginning of turn 7 through 7. Now in the grass through 8. Flying into his car, braking at the 50. Here comes Larry Arsenault. Does he have anything? He's got Fernando Alonso by 124.328. Arsenault will come home 3rd at the end of opening practice. Fernando Alonso stealing the fastest lap away just before Arsenault crossed the line. And 2 Spaniards at the top of the charts to end opening practice at Autodromo Nacional Monza for the Italian Grand Prix. Force India coming home 3rd and 11th. Arsenault, who set a wicked lap, was outdone by 2 Spaniards, Sainz and Alonso. Alonso by 0.328. That's an insane lap.
I chose the logo again.
So now, opening round of qualifying will be beginning here shortly. 18 minutes on the clock. V-Track is open. Hello, 4888 fan for life. I agree with your username.
I do too. I approve.
Here comes a McLaren and a Williams out onto the track. And here comes Force India and Stoffel Van Dorn. That'll be Tyler Markle working his way out onto the track. Fernando Alonso will be the first driver to set a lap. Felipe Massa coming around out of turn 1. Here comes Tyler Markle out of turn 1. Followed by Kvyat. And Kvyat's going to come by Markle right here on the left side. Here comes Carlos Sainz also out of pit lane. Hamilton. And it'll be Bottas and not Bottas. Hey, we're gonna go around on. We're gonna ride on board Fernando Alonso as he's coming around to end his out lap and start his first timed lap. 16 minutes and 30 seconds remain. Oh, what's up, Robbie? 16 minutes remain here at an opening round of qualifying number 1. Fernando Alonso coming to take the green flag and start Q1. Here he comes. We're not going to ride on board with Fernando Alonso through his first lap. Now he's soaring up. DRS 210, 211, 212 before braking for turn 1. Gets all the way from 8th to 2nd gear, all the way to 44 miles per hour, and then out of turn 1 like a rocket. Here comes Alonso up to 8th gear already. Let's see where he comes in for turn number 3. He just went through turn 2. It's gonna be 203 as he enters turn 3. Now here comes Alonso as he approaches the Lesmos. Up the brake markers on the left, brakes at the 50, goes into Lesmo number 1, that's turn 4. Uses the curb on the outside. Here he comes through, braking at the 50, now through Lesmo number 2, that's turn 5. Now up the long backstretch, taking the DRS. Now up to 8th gear. Letting the car sing 207 miles per hour before breaking down into a SCART. Gets the inside, then the inside curve of turn 7. Now the inside of turn 8. Now onto the straightaway that leads into Parabolica. Braking at the 100. Here comes Alonso into Parabolica, riding the inside curve. Now out all the way to the exit curb. And at the start-finish line, Fernando Alonso, fastest in opening practice, sets a 124.071. Here comes Tyler Markle. What is he gonna set? As he comes through Ascari in the grass. Danny Kvyat for a 124.062. Massa posted third. Van Dorn 4th. Now Sainz 3rd. Tyler Markle with a 124.136. He posts the 4th fastest on the supers. Hamilton posts the 7th fastest on the softs. Romain Grosjean with the fastest lap of a 124.058. Vettel posted 7th with a 124.495 on the softs. Here comes Ericsson on an out lap, Magnussen on an out lap. Stroll is on a lap, and as well as Valtteri Bottas. Here comes Bottas through turn 2. Stroll on his way through turn 3. On board with Stroll now. So you have Romain Grosjean with a 124.058, Danny Kvyat with a .062, Alonso with a .071, and then Sainz with a .123, Markle with a .136, and then that's pretty close for the top 5. Massa with a .220. We're on board with teammate Stroll. Then we have Sebastian Vettel with a .495 on the softs, Van Dorn .503 on the supers, and Hamilton .547 on the softs. So now Ericsson and Magnussen on the track, Stroll and Bottas on the laps. Here comes Stroll through Parabolica. Stroll will post P10, a 124.794. Bottas puts a .583 on the softs. check on Marcus Ericsson and Kevin Magnussen. Ericsson through the first and now the second Lesma. Valtteri Bottas behind, and in between him is in between Ericsson and Magnussen is Bottas. Here comes Max Verstappen out onto the track, and Daniel Ricciardo. Comes Marcus Ericsson on his way down the Parabolica. Using that outside curve, Ericsson will put it P7. You now go to Kevin Magnussen. Magnussen puts it P10. We have Verstappen and Ricciardo out on outlaps right now. And Larry Arsenault's making his way onto the track with 11 minutes remaining here in Q1 at Autodromo Nacional Monza. Here comes Daniel Ricciardo to start his first time lap. Max Verstappen is with Hülkenberg, Palmer, and Arsenal on an out lap. Raikkonen and Verline still have yet to set laps or make an attempt to the track. On board for Ricciardo now. DRS is activated. Raikkonen and Verline on their outlaps. The bottom 7 are coming to life here at Autodromo Nacional Monza. Here comes Ricciardo, full song out of 8th gear now, on his way to Parabolica. Ricciardo on the soft tires just looking to advance. Here comes Ricciardo, put the P7, 124.265. Verstappen on the supers. On board of Larry Arsenault as he's on his way through Ascari. Verstappen puts it P9, a 124.407. He's on the softs. Arsenault on the supers. Where does he come out? Comes Larry Arsenault on his way out of Parabolica, on his way to the start finish. Arsenault will put a 124.045 on the super soft compound. And he's still at full song, 215 on his way to braking for turn 1. What an insane lap from Larry Arsenault to put it just ahead of Romain Grosjean. Now Kimi Räikkönen, full song. Nico Hülkenberg, Pascal Wehrlein. Nico Hülkenberg, Nico Hülkenberg to the top of the chart, 123.911. Insane lap. Palmer P10, pay 124.325. Here comes Raikkonen, here comes Pascal. Here comes Pascal. Pascal will post a P2, the 124.032. And Kimi Räikkönen, full song, last car to post a lap, 7 minutes remaining. Here he comes out of Parabolica, turn 15, on his way to the start finish. Kimi Räikkönen, fastest of the day, 123.846. And now we have Lance Stroll, Valtteri Bottas, Stoffel Van Dorn, Kevin Magnussen, and Sebastian Vettel facing elimination. On board with Stoffel Van Dorn, see if he can get himself out of elimination. Out on the bottom 5. So everybody qualified on the super soft tire for round 1 except Daniel Ricciardo, Max Verstappen, Sebastian Vettel, Lewis Hamilton, and Valtteri Bottas. Hamilton is on the bubble. Vettel is just ahead of, is just under the bubble line. So those are 2 drivers who are very fast, who have risked it with soft tires. Now they still have time. They have 6 minutes to go out on super softs and probably set a faster lap. So on board Stoffel Van Dorn as he comes out of Parabolica, turn number 15. Where will he end up on the board? He puts it P8 by 124.102. Larry Arsenault with the fastest of a 123.354. I don't know why he's still trying to go for the fastest lap as long as he advances. But for 123.355, that should be the fastest lap of the session. And now Hamilton faces elimination along with Vettel, Magnussen, teammate Bottas, and Stroll. So Mercedes is not showing their speed on a speed-dependent track. Raikkonen is holding the torch high for Ferrari with a 0.785, 23.785. Arsenault puts a 23.355, puts it to the top of the charts. And Stoffel Van Dorn gets himself out of elimination with a 124.102. Here comes Larry Arsenault back into the pit lane. Kimi Räikkönen follows suit. Fernando Alonso and Felipe Massa on out laps now. How much faster will the times get, and who will be eliminated and who won't? Ricciardo, Verstappen, Hamilton, and Vettel. 4 fast drivers, all near the bottom of the charts. With soft tires, they can change that. And Bottas also on the soft tires. Here comes Hamilton on an out lap, looking to get himself out of elimination. Danny Kvyat on an out lap. We're on board with Fernando Alonso. Fernando Alonso 211 before he breaks for turn 1. Romain Grosjean on an out lap, Marcus Ericsson, Sebastian Vettel, and Lance Stroll on out laps, looking to get themselves out of the bottom 5. 2 minutes and 30 seconds remain here in round 1 of qualifying. Remember, the bottom 5 get eliminated. Let's see, Lewis Hamilton, see if he can get himself out of the bottom 5. Here comes Kevin Magnussen on his way out. Will Tyler Markle make another attempt? I don't know if that 24.136 will hold. So now Arsenal, Raikkonen, Hulkenberg, Verline, Van Dorn on outlaps, Ricardo, Palmer, Verstappen, Magnussen on outlaps. Everybody's on the track besides Tyler Markle. Tyler Markle's fine where he's set. That's 10th place with a 24.136. Where will Hamilton go? He's on the softs again. Do we take Hamilton's risk? Here he comes in a Parabolica. To the start finish line, Hamilton will put it. P15 just out of elimination. Now we're on board with Sebastian Vettel. He's on the softs too. This is Ferrari's playground. Will he be eliminated in round 1 of qualifying? Here comes Sebastian Vettel to the line. He puts himself P13, which puts Hamilton back at elimination. Max Verstappen goes up one. We're now on board of Larry Arsenal. He's on another lap. Lance Stroll trying to get himself out of elimination. Tyler Markle and Felipe Massa will lock in their lap times. Here comes Valtteri Bottas. And Bottas will improve on his time, but he will not advance. That will be P17. Hamilton pits, and he will not be advancing. Neither the Mercedes will advance. Magnussen will improve on his time, but will not advance. Lance Stroll coming on his way to Parabolica. Palmer at the line. He will move up, putting Vettel behind. Vettel has Arsenal strapped. Does Vettel advance? Vettel looking for another. Vettel will qualify 16th and will not advance to the second round of qualifying for the Italian Grand Prix. What an insane list of drivers not advancing. Lance Stroll, Lewis Hamilton, Valtteri Bottas, Kevin Magnussen, and Sebastian Vettel will not advance to round 2. Round number 2 will be here in just a few moments on Sky Sports. The track is now open for round number 2. 15 minutes on the clock for 15 drivers fighting for 10 spots. Here comes a Haas and a McLaren out onto the track. And the Williams will follow suit. Now Toro Rosso looking out. Here comes both Saubers, Verline and Ericsson. I like how Verline just teleported way ahead of Ericsson. That is realistic. So we now have Romain Grosjean, Marcus Ericsson, Fernando Alonso, Felipe Massa, Carlos Sainz, and Pascal Verlaine all looking to put on laps here. And Stoffel Vandoor's now on an out lap. Romain Grosjean will be the first driver to put a lap time in here for Q2. I don't see Arsenal or Markle looking for their way out, so how about it, guys? What do you think of big names Sebastian Vettel and Lewis Hamilton not advancing to round 2?
It's like I said in Brazil. We came here with the purpose to show that Ferrari isn't as good as they thought they were.
And it seems that Ferrari's done that to themselves.
I don't know if Vettel was sandbagging in Q1 or what he was doing, but
He was on the soft tire. He was never on the super sauce, but still, what a strategy to never go out on the supers.
I wouldn't think it would be a strategy that would pay off. I'd at least. Fastest tire that we have here this weekend.
Yes, it is the fastest tire. You'd think maybe they're just saving it for Q2 and 3.
Just get a friend request?
Yes.
Okay, so
I saw.
what's going on in the party.
Yep. So Tyler, what do you think about Sebastian Vettel, Lewis Hamilton not advancing to Q2?
Didn't Valtteri not make it also?
Valtteri did not make it either.
I do not know.
Oh, I didn't see.
Surprised
The
Vettel
Mercedes
missed.
didn't
Like,
make it.
Lance
I didn't
Stroll
know both
also
Mercedes.
missed it.
dang.
Dang,
Romain
this is gonna be
Grosjean with a
really
124.127.
interesting
Fernando
battle
Alonso with a 123.891. Here comes Kimi Räikkönen out onto the track.
We're gonna.
Here comes Verline. Verline puts it 4th fastest behind Massa. Sainz puts it 4th fastest. Here comes Ricardo. No, Ricardo's starting a lap. Ericsson puts it 6th fastest. Here comes Kvyat. Kvyat puts it 7th fastest. And Van Dorn puts it 8th fastest. Here comes Hulkenberg. And Hulkenberg starting a lap. Here comes Max Verstappen out of Parabolica. On his way to the start finish, Max Verstappen will put it 2nd fastest for a 124.017. Tyler Merkel now on an out lap along with Jolyon Palmer. Fernando Alonso with a 123.740. Now on board with Kimi Räikkönen as he starts his first timed lap. Now we'll take a look at Daniel Ricciardo as he makes his way through Parabolica. Daniel Ricciardo posts 3rd fastest of a .950. And I'll take it to Kimi Räikkönen, on board with Kimi Räikkönen as he's looking to settle fast lap. This is Ferrari's playground, quoted from Larry Arsenault. Räikkönen showed that in Q1. Vettel did not on the soft tire. So we're now on board with Räikkönen. He's on the soft tire compound now. I don't know if you saw what happened to his teammate in Q1, but Vettel did not advance from using the soft tire. Now I see Räikkönen maybe just trying to set his fastest lap in Q2 on the soft tire so that he can start the race on that tire. But will he advance, and is Räikkönen fast enough to set a lap that will make him advance? We'll see here as he heads into Parabolica right now, trailing 116, 117. Now on the curb on the exit. On his way to the start finish, Raikkonen will post a time as a 124.380, just above elimination. He'll probably have to come back out on the supers. Now on board Tyler Marco as he looks to put on a lap. Here comes Jolyon Palmer through his Scary. Tyler Marco in the middle of the Lesmos. Jolyon Palmer, he's on the supers. Where will Palmer put it? Palmer puts it P12. Now on board of Tyler Marco as he approaches Parabolica. On his way to the start finish line, Tyler Marco will post a time as a 123.329. That is the top of the charts for Q2. Insane lap put in from the Force India on the soft compound tire. So at the moment, Arsenal has yet to come out and put a lap. But at the moment, Ericsson, Raikkonen, Van Dorn, and Palmer face elimination. Here comes Ricardo. He's gonna come and bring it to pit lane here. Arsenault's coming out of the pits now. Palmer's coming into the Parabolica. He's probably taking it to pit lane now. No, Palmer's gonna set another lap. Palmer does not run faster. He runs a 125.1 that lap. Now on board of Larry Arsenault. He's on his out lap now. He's got 10 laps of gas. That's insane. Is he trying to sandbag the car? We're gonna see here Arsenault's on a out lap. Palmer's the only other car on the track, and I believe Palmer's on an in lap. Here comes Arsenault. He's coming onto the front stretch. Starts his first time lap and picks up DRS. Car at full song. Come 214 and slows down. I believe revved out before coming to the end of the front stretch. Now soaring out of turn 1 to turn 2 now. On his way to turn 3 along the right brake markers, here comes Romain Grosjean on an out lap. Pascal Wehrlein out in an out lap now. Arsenault works his way through the second Lesmo now. Arsenault flying, he's on the soft tires, looking to see if he can start the race on that compound. Coming through Parabolica. Remember, Arsenault's car is heavier than any other car here right now. And Arsenault's coming around to set a 124.110. That's good enough for 6th fastest on the chart. Now Palmer, Van Dorn, Raikkonen, Ericsson, and Wehrlein all facing elimination. On board of Pascal Wehrlein, and he's on an out lap. Max Verstappen's on an out lap. Grosjean and Massa out on the track. See Verline work his way through turn 3 now. Alonso on an out lap as well as Ericsson. Ericsson facing elimination. So Pascal Verline, 2.5 minutes remaining in Q2. Here he comes through Parabolica. Does he have anything to say for where he is right now? He's in 11th. Coming to the start finish line, Verline will put it a 124.041, puts it 6th on the board. I believe that will be good enough to get him out of elimination. Now Kvyat, Ericsson, Raikkonen, Van Dorn, and Palmer face elimination. Ericsson's on the track now, looking to end his warm-up lap now. Ericsson working his way down to the first Lesmo. Here comes Raikkonen and Van Dorn and Palmer, Kvyat and Hulkenberg on outlaps. Ricardo on outlaps. Everybody but the Force India is now on outlaps. Larry Arsenault's locking in his time of a 124.110. No, he's on an outlap, but I don't think he has enough time to get around. It's going to be close for Arsenault. But Verline is locking in his time. Tyler Marko is locking in his time. Everybody on their way. Here comes Ericsson. Ericsson will put it 12th fastest. He's got one more attempt at it if he has the fuel. On board of Kimi Räikkönen, he's on the supers. He wants to advance to round 3. Arsenault did barely make it. No, he's in sector 3. He will not make it. And that will be the end of qualifying. Arsenault will advance to round 2.
That account, Emerson is wrecked it.
What?
That friend request you got.
Oh.
Is wrecked.
How do you know?
I asked Malika, do you know who this is? And that's what he said.
So facing elimination or eliminated from round 2 is Stoffel Van Dorn, Jolien Palmer, Marcus Ericsson, Danny Kvyat, and Nico Hulkenberg. Kimi Räikkönen barely makes it in for a 124.175. And we're gonna see you in round 3.
Okay.
Wait, what was the friend request sent?
Going to go to bed. I bid you all adieu.
See ya. So 12 minutes for Q3. Here comes Daniel Ricciardo. Pascal Verline again makes it into Q3. Alright. So now we have several drivers coming out on outlaps. Verline's on an outlap. Sainz is on an outlap. Massa, Alonso, Grosjean, Ricardo are on outlaps. Verstappen is on an outlap. And Raikkonen, everybody but the Force Indias are now on outlaps. And how about that? Again, both Force Indias will make it to Q2. Romain Grosjean will be the first driver to set a lap in Q3. Here he comes. He's coming to start his first timed lap. We're on board with Grosjean now, car full song. Gets to 212 before he brakes for turn 1. Tyler Marco's on an outlap now, behind Grosjean. And Tyler Marco goes around in sector 2 on his outlap. I believe Tyler will bring it back to the pits for that one. Back on board with Romain Grosjean. Here comes Grosjean out of Parabolica. Turn 15, Grosjean.
Fuel to put in the car for qualifying.
A 123.726.
Well, no, it gave me 10 laps like last time, and I didn't watch that much in it.
Fernando has a 123.594.
I think, or 4.
It's Alonso, Grosjean, Ricardo, Massa, Sainz, and Verline. Raikkonen through Parabolica now. Ricardo puts it third. Verstappen fourth. Raikkonen to the line. Raikkonen second with a 123.672, and both for Force Indias have yet to put in laps. Marco has made his way onto the track, but he's back to pit lane with spinning out in the Lesmo turn 4. So it's Fernando Alonso with a 123.594, Raikkonen with a .672, Grosjean with a .726, Ricardo with a .736, Verstappen with a .806, Massa with a .999, Sainz with a 24.083, Verline with a .253. So now everybody more than likely retires to the pit lane after their fast laps. Here comes Alonso. I believe Raikkonen's running a second lap. Or ran a second lap. It's coming back to the pit lane now. Larry Arsenault's on his way out to a nearly quiet track. Raikkonen's on the far end of the track. Verstappen is in pit lane now. And Raikkonen's coming through Parabolica. Here comes Tyler Markle. And the Force Indias will have the track to themselves. Larry Arsenault working his way through the second Lesmo. Tyler Markle working his way on his way to turn 3, the second chicane. Now we're riding on board with Larry as he goes through Ascari on his outlap. Now Arsenal has a more reasonable amount of fuel. 2 laps, 2.7 laps of gas. Arsenal on the front stretch, full song, picks up the DRS. Here comes Marco crossing the sector 3 line. Where do these Force Indias end up? Fernando Alonso has the time to beat for pole, a 1:23.594. 5.5 minutes remaining in Q3. Arsenal through the first Lesmo. And the second. Getting the car up the full song, 6 from 7, 7 to 8th gear. DRS is active. 2:11 heading into Ascari. On board with Tyler Marcos, he works his way through the first Lesmo where he last crashed, and now the second Lesmo. Picks up the DRS from 6 to 7, and now 7 to 8. Car full sung back to Larry Arsenal coming out of Parabolica. Here he comes. What lap time will he set as he approaches the start finish line? Larry Arsenal will put it top of the charts of a 22.714. Here comes Tyler Markle on his way to Parabolica. And Tyler Markle letting the cars sing. Here it comes to Monza at the start finish line. It'll be P10 of a 124.617. That is not acceptable. He's probably going to go on another flyer. He hasn't let off. He's back into turn 1. Larry Arsenal on, I believe, what would be his in lap. He has far surpassed the time Fernando Alonso has set, but he's still going 8th gear. DRS is still active. I believe he's still on a flyer. Back to Tyler Markle working the second Lesmo. The game just locked. I don't know where. Yep. I'll be right back.